Hello, angels, and welcome to Beckon Angels. My name is April Beam. Thank you so much for being here. Over the weekend, I had someone contact me who was not feeling well. And I realized that there are a lot of people who don't know how to take care of themselves, in my opinion. And I thought I would share what I do throughout my day. What I'm going to call this is the care and feeding of an empath. So, what is an empath? An empath is someone who feels very deeply. All your life, you were probably told that you're too sensitive, or that's not important, or that didn't really happen that way, or you're just imagining that, or she has quite an imagination, when in reality, you really were feeling those things. You really did see those things and feel those things and sense those things, because that's your job in this lifetime, as a bright light, a beacon of hope, to feel everything deeply and to let other people know what is happening, what you're feeling. And as a child, that may not have been honored, and even now as an adult, you may be challenged and think, well, yeah, I guess my feelings aren't that important, nobody else thinks it's important, so why should I? But I'm here to tell you that you are a bright light. You are here to be a beacon of hope to others by sharing your feelings, the things that you're sensing and feeling. That's on purpose. You're doing that because that's exactly why you're here. You're living your life's purpose, your soul's mission, by sharing the feelings and the knowings and the whispers and the sensations and the ideas and the influence that you feel from the spirit to contact you, that contacts you and says things like, today, Spirit said to me, it's time to do another video. And I looked at the calendar and I was like, oh yeah, it has been about a week almost. And then I thought, oh, okay, well, what do you want me to talk about? So as an empath, I'm in my mind thinking, hearing, listening to the promptings of the spirit. The the My intuition is the smallest, quietest voice way in the back, the furthest away from the ego is your intuition. So the furthest away from your ego is your intuition, and that is where you get your information from your guidance, from God, the universe, angels, spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors, the consciousness from the collective in general, the consciousness of the earth, the Christ consciousness. So the consciousness that Jesus had while he was here on earth, that was a Christ consciousness that he embodied, that he was able to learn to be. And then he became an ascended master. So he had a Christ consciousness. So one of the things that I do as an empath is I tap into the Christ consciousness, the consciousness of Christ, which in my opinion is the consciousness of love, the consciousness of what is the best and highest good for myself and for everyone alive, everyone on earth. What is the best and highest good, the greater good for everyone? So this is not hard, but yet it is hard, because in a day-to-day life, empaths are so special. They're so unique, and there are millions of us, but on a planet with billions of people that may speak louder than us, with organizations and structures that drown us out, that try to drown us out. It's really important, and more important than ever before in your entire lifetime. It's never been more important than right now to speak your truth and to speak up and to share your feelings and experiences and what works for you, because it might touch the heart of somebody who's watching the video or listening to your message or reading your post on Facebook or Instagram or watching your video on TikTok. Your messages might touch someone's heart and help them to make a different decision that would help them have a better life. So that's my goal today. I'm not a doctor. I'm not giving medical advice. This is just my opinion, and also to share with you what I do to keep myself stable and healthy and relatively happy with what's going on in the world. And it's never been more important. And I would say in the last 4 years, I think everyone has kind of gotten the memo that your health is precious and it's super important for you to take excellent care of it. So with that in mind, I'm going to share with you what I drink in the morning. I don't drink a cup of coffee. I don't drink alcohol or coffee because I don't want to. They're options, but they're not things that I want. I certainly don't want to. Let's just focus on this. Okay, so this is apple cider vinegar. This is what I drink in the morning. I put a little teaspoon of this into a cup of warm water. In the wintertime, I might use like hot water, but in the summer when it's already hot, I'll use warm water. So this is Bragg's Organic. I don't get paid for this. I wish I did. Bragg's, contact me. Let's do something. But this is apple cider vinegar with the mother. Very important. You'll have to Google why it has to be with the mother. I can't remember off the top of my head right now. This is really important. And I mix this and some lemon juice. Where is the lemon juice? I mix a tablespoon of this, a tablespoon of that into a cup of water, and I drink that first thing in the morning. I try really hard not to drink anything until I do this, because what this does is it stabilizes and balances, it gets rid of the bacteria. I don't know enough about this, of what it actually does, but I can tell you I've been doing it for 20 years and it works like a charm for me. And I am in my 60s, and it has helped me to burn weight, to burn off weight, burn calories, and it helps my digestion. It helps my liver feel better. I just know it. I haven't actually tested that, right? It would require blood work, but I know that this is helping me, and I just strongly recommend that you try that. And if you can't do anything but have a glass or a cup of warm water in the morning, then do that. First thing in the morning, have a cup of warm water. If you can add the lemon juice, then add the lemon juice. If you don't have lemon juice, but you do have apple cider vinegar, then add the apple cider vinegar. All of them, none of them, some of them, but do the warm water in the morning. That is what I do first thing in the morning. And let's see. So the other thing I do is I take, and I'm not a representative of Juice Plus, but Juice Plus Omega Blend. I take 2 of these soft shell capsules every day with some vitamin D and Juice Plus Omega Blend. I am not a Juice Plus representative. I used to be. I've been doing this for 9 years now, and it has done me a world of good. I could go into detail if you want specific questions about the Juice Plus. I'm trying to find the front of it. If you want specific answers about what it does for me, I will tell you in a comment or a private message, but I won't make any medical claims here. I just love the stuff. I wouldn't be without it. Also, vitamin D, super helpful for my immune system, for getting the sunlight that I don't get every day. It helps with my mood swings. So does Omega Blend, in my opinion, just for me, just my claim. I just love this stuff. So I take this every morning, and then I have like a bunch of things here. And then I make a smoothie. And here is my vanilla. I wish I was a partner of this stuff, but I'm not. So Orgain, hit me up, okay? Orgain protein powder to me is the best protein powder in the US. So I use the vanilla, and I use a scoop of Amazon's Super Greens. This has a ton of adaptogens and minerals and vitamins and nutrients. And so this and this together in my blender with frozen wild blueberries. Organic, non-GMO, of course. Everything's organic, non-GMO at this point. Everything's gluten-free at this point. So frozen blueberries and this, Super Greens, wait, hold on, and the Orgain vanilla. So I do about a half of a cup to a cup of frozen wild organic blueberries, and a half of a banana or a whole banana, depends on what your potassium needs are. And what else do I put in there? Oh, and then whatever flavor yogurt I want to put in there. Lately, I've been on a strawberry yogurt, Greek yogurt, of course, because that has more protein. So all of that together with some water, I think that's it. Oh, and some ice. You can use water, you can use whatever milk you like. Milk, meaning like almond milk, whatever, but I just use water. It's in my opinion, that's just better that way. And I blend that all up in my Vitamix blender, and I drink that, and I take the omega blend and the vitamin D, and then I take an acidophilus, which for probiotic for your gut health. Super, super important to do that. So that's my lemon apple cider vinegar water, and then I make a smoothie about an hour later. And if I'm hungry after that, I will have like a pure protein bar. I meant to bring one of those out here to show you, but everybody's heard of Pure Protein at this point, I think. You can get them on Amazon or Walmart. You can get them anywhere. And then I don't usually have lunch. My lunch is a protein bar. And then I have an early dinner because I'm older and digestion takes longer. And this is why our grandparents had to have dinner at 3:00 in the afternoon, the early bird special. So now that I am a grandparent and it takes me a long time to digest, and I don't want to be doing digesting while I'm trying to sleep at night. So I'm one of those people that eats dinner at 3:30 in the afternoon. Between 3:30 and 4, I start making my dinner, which is a salad. I start making that about 3:30, 4:00, somewhere in there, and I'm done with everything. I just make a salad, whatever I have, or if I'm in the mood for some avocado toast, some gluten-free toast with avocados and everything seasoning is like divine. I love that. You can put cottage cheese and scrambled eggs on top of that. It's really good. High protein, high in the good healthy fats like the omega blend. And yeah, there's a couple of other supplements that I take for blood pressure and for heart health. I take hawthorn berry capsules, and I have these chewable beets, like the red beets that we won't eat. Well, they make them in these chewable candy, and they taste really good. In fact, they're so good, I sometimes save them as my dessert. Okay, and speaking of that, so after I have my salad, if I get a little hankering for something sweet, I don't eat sugar. but I do eat dark chocolate. So just like a handful of dark chocolate chips will tide me over. Usually, sometimes not. Depends on the mood I'm in, but most of the time, just some dark chocolate. Because that's full of magnesium, it's good for you, and it makes you feel like you're having a treat. So that's what I eat and drink, and I drink water throughout the day. So this is the most important thing. Drinking water throughout the day is great, awesome. Here's my Stanley cup. However, you have to put some salt in it. Yes, salt. So if you're drinking, which means you're peeing, it's going right through you. It's not hydrating you. And I learned this the hard way when I was really sick in 2020. I kept passing out. I kept fainting. I kept feeling like I was crashing. My heart was palpitating. I felt like I was having a blood sugar crash. I felt racing. My pulse was racing. I had all these horrible symptoms, and they scared me to death. And fortunately, there was a friend that came over who had been through several rounds of chemo, and she knew about hydration. And she's the one that told me about hydration solution. So this is Drip Drop. It's in front of you. This is Drip Drop Dehydration Relief. And this has all kinds of minerals like potassium and magnesium and let's see what else. And sodium that you need to keep yourself going. And I don't get paid for any of this. I really wish I did. But this is so important. Now, IV solution, IV therapy is probably the most well-known, and it's also the most expensive. It tastes really good. This tastes just as good, and it is probably half of the price. And I know that Walmart has a brand that's even half of this. And the other thing that I've done is I add some sea salt. So if you don't have Drip Drop or IV therapy or any kind of fancy hydration solution, you can always just add some table salt or a pinch of sea salt. Yeah, just a pinch of that. You put it in, if you're really dehydrated, just put it under your tongue and it instantly will dissolve. If you're feeling dehydrated, rather, I don't know if you are, and you probably don't either. If you're feeling thirsty, if you're feeling like you need a pick-me-up, if I feel that way, I go into the kitchen, I just do a little pinch of salt under my tongue so that it's sublingual and it goes immediately into my bloodstream. And as I don't know exactly how this works, but I think it's the magnesium in the salt that gets into the cells, and that's how it hydrates. I know that Barbara O'Neill has talked about that on TikTok, and she's got a great book out about natural remedies, things that doctors don't tell you. But hydrating your water with either sea salt or a fancy hydration solution is the way to go. Because otherwise, you just keep drinking water all day long, and you don't get anywhere other than to the bathroom. With that, I'm gonna have a sip of water. So I do all of this, and what else did I want to tell you? Oh, so so you're hydrated throughout the day. You're staying away from salt and sugar, other than the salt for your water to keep you hydrated. That's very important. And then the apple cider vinegar and lemon, warm water in the morning, first thing, super important. And then I brush my teeth, and I am like a crazy dental person. I like go crazy with it. I think I was a dental hygienist in another life, but I brush and I floss and I brush and I floss. And then I get out the water pick. And that doesn't include the oil pulling. A couple of times a week, I will do oil pulling, and I didn't bring it out here, but it's Guru Nanda is the most popular brand, spearmint. So it's a little bit of a minty. You put just a teaspoon of the oil in your mouth, swish it around your mouth for as long as possible, about 3 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes, something like that. And then you spit it out into the trash can. You do not spit it into the sink because it will clog your pipes because it's oil. And then I scrape my tongue with a paper towel and throw that away. And then I go to town brushing my teeth, flossing my teeth, rinsing with, and then I do the water pick. And yeah, and then the mouthwash. So, and I do that twice a day. So every 12 hours. And I use 2 different toothbrushes so that they can dry thoroughly in between the times that you use them. So one, and you do not brush your teeth first thing in the morning, by the way. I was shocked to find this out, that's just going to make it worse. So you go ahead and you have your water and your breakfast, and then when you're ready to take a break from eating, then you brush your teeth in the quote morning. Like maybe it's only 9 or 10 a.m., but you don't brush your teeth first thing. When you're going to be not eating for a while, that's when you brush your teeth first. And then you brush them right before you go to bed with a second toothbrush that has not been used for 24 hours. So you have 2 toothbrushes, one for your morning and one for bedtime. That's what I do too. Keeps everything clean and hydrated and kills the bacteria. This is just what I have found out over a course of a lifetime. These just my personal opinions. Don't quote me, and do your own research. Ask medical professionals for their opinion, but this is just my personal opinion. And then just before going to bed, and I forgot to get this out, I take a magnesium capsule. I don't know how to do this. I take some magnesium right before, like I'm all ready for bed, but right before I lay down, I swallow this pill. and it's almost empty, so I need to like get some more. So take magnesium, and then I also have a magnesium spray, which is quite popular. And I spray that on the soles of my feet, and I spray it on the sides of my legs. Sometimes I spray it on my hips, because lately the solar flares and the ascension symptoms, solar weather has been affecting my hips and knees and legs in particular. And so I started spraying my hips the other night, and just so much easier because I sleep on the side, and my hip has gone numb in the past, so now it doesn't go numb. I needed the magnesium spray. I need the magnesium tablet, capsule, soft gel, whatever it is, and take that. And sometimes I take a melatonin gummy and then go to sleep. And then if I wake up in the middle of the night, I try really hard not to drink any water. But if I'm like parched, sweating from solar flares, I will drink water anyway, because, you just have to. And I bring this up because over the weekend there was a person who contacted me that was really sick, not doing well. And it seemed like some of the most basic things were not being addressed, like hydration, electrolytes, eating well, eating throughout the day, eating important food that's healthy and good for you. I do eat chicken and fish a couple of times a week, but I don't eat red meat anymore. I'm not saying that you shouldn't. I'm just saying that I don't. To each their own. That's just me, how I feel. I only eat organic, gluten-free, and I'm like 90% sugar-free, and I'm probably 80% dairy-free. I still have to have like cheese when I make scrambled eggs, or I just need some cottage cheese every now and then. And my salad dressing does have dairy in it. So I'm not crazy zealot about everything. I just try to make sure that everything stays as healthy as possible and as clean as possible so that my liver, my kidneys, my gut, my digestion doesn't have to work so hard, so that everything works great and then I feel great. So I hope that this helps you. If you have any questions, please write them in the comment section below, or you can go to beckonangels.com or aprilbeam.com and you can contact me there. You can also follow me on Facebook, Beckon Angels Show. Yeah, that would be a good way to get in touch with me. Facebook.com/Beckon Angels Show. And other than that, I think this is all I wanted to cover. There are probably other things that I would like to mention. I would say that also I use a non-toxic soap, chamomile liquids, chamomile soap, not chamomile. What's it called? I'm having a brain thing right now. Castile. Castile soap, liquid Castile soap, organic, non-GMO, vegan soap to clean your body. Unfortunately, I've not found any non-toxic shampoo or conditioner. If you know of one, please post it in the comments below. I'd love to know a good shampoo that is non-toxic and does not cause cancer or anything. And also, I don't slather my body with lotion anymore. Body creams and perfumes and things like that. I don't do that anymore. I used to. Now I just use castor oil. So I wash my face at night with, I think it's some non-toxic cleaner to melt the makeup off. And then I put castor oil all over my face. Castor oil, I've been using it for about 18 months now. I love this stuff. It is anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, antibacterial, anti-everything. And you can put this castor oil not just on your face, arms, fingers, cuticles. I put it on the soles of my feet if I get sick, I put it on the soles of my feet to detox me. I rub it onto my knees to help my knees, reduce inflammation in my knees. Honestly, you can put the castor oil anywhere, anywhere. I would not recommend that you put it in your mouth though. So that's not the kind of oil pulling. The oil pulling that they use in the Guru Nanda, I believe is coconut oil. There might be a little castor oil in that actually. I think there is a little bit. And then they have some essential oils in there as well. So you have to check with Guru Nanda, okay? Just Google that. I will try to list some of these things underneath the video. It depends on how much I can remember to do all this. But, and that's another thing. Do what you can to keep your mind really sharp. Talk to other people, do word games and puzzles, do math. Math really challenges me. It always has my whole life, but that really gets the wheels turning in my head. For me, I have to have at least 8 hours of sleep to function. I don't do well with any less than 8 hours of sleep. 10 hours is better. And I also shut my phone off. I have the focus set to do not disturb at 9 p.m. And then if I'm still awake at midnight, I turn my phone off. I know, right? What if there's an emergency and somebody needs to contact us? You know what? They'll survive. Somehow it will be okay. The few hours that your phone is turned off. Also, I have a friend that's really good about leaving her phone in the other room. The other thing I do is I started doing this about a month ago is turning my Wi-Fi off. So I turn my Wi-Fi off all of my devices. Even if I have my phone in my room, I still set that to airplane mode, but I turn the Wi-Fi off in my home because of the EMFs that come from the Wi-Fi. So those are all things that I don't know enough to have a big conversation about this, but I feel like it's important enough that you could look it up. You can Google that and just do some research on your own, go down that rabbit hole. And then I just would encourage you to put the space weather app on your phone. Where's my, oh, I left my phone in the other room. The Space Weather Live app. You put that on your phone to be notified of solar flares. They really do, they affect our DNA, which affects us hormonally, which affects all of the organs and cells in our body, our bloodstream, all the organs, all our bones, our head, our mind, our nose, our every part and particle of our body is affected by solar flares. And the other thing I keep track of is the Schumann resonance, SCHUMANN resonance. Just Google that to find how to download that app. And that is the heartbeat of the Earth. The Earth's heartbeat is normally about 8 hertz. And this morning it was 95 hertz. So it's a very busy, intense day today energetically. And as an empath, the care and feeding of an empath is the name of this video. As an empath, you're going to feel a change in the Earth's frequency when it changes. You're going to be affected by the solar flares and the changes with the sun and the moon. When there's a full moon or a new moon, you're going to be affected by those things. You're going to be affected by the astrology, the things that's happening in the sky. Like we have a Leo moon as I speak, and this is good for me. It's a good time for me to make a video and to be out in front of people. And so knowing your sun, what's happening with the sun, what's happening with the moon, your astrology, your numerology, the solar weather, the frequency of the Earth. These are all really important ways of keeping track with what's happening and how it is affecting you. Yesterday, we had 5 solar flares in a very short period of time. And by 4:30 p.m., I had to lay down. It just, and normally I don't get like that, but it was like lay down now. And it felt so good to lay down. I laid there for an hour. And I really didn't want to get up, but I needed to make some dinner. So when you're feeling emotional or irritated or angry or intense or out of control or like you're losing your mind, check the Space Weather Live app, check the Schumann resonance, check what's going on with your astrology, check the solar weather, because they definitely influence you. I felt extreme irritation and angry irritability yesterday during those solar flares. And if I had been around anybody, I probably would have like yelled at somebody. It just was just like that really angry feeling came over me. So as empaths, we feel everything, the good, the bad, the ugly, the everything in between. We feel all of it. So the care and feeding of you as an empath is to rest, to hydrate, to eat clean, good, healthy nutrition, to stay away from negative people and negative circumstances as much as humanly possible. You don't have to be on social media, at least not as much as you would like to be. You don't have to. You can put your phone down and go listen to some good music or write a love letter to somebody that you love. Do something that's healthy. Go for a walk. Call somebody and talk to them. Send a message to somebody on Facebook and just say, hey, I'm thinking of you. How are you doing today? Reach out and help somebody. Reach out and touch somebody, like they used to say. Reach out and be with people. What would somebody else like to hear? When other people are having a difficult time and you're having a difficult time, ask yourself, what would I want to hear when I'm struggling? What do I need right now? Maybe you need to be around people and maybe you just need to be alone. Being alone for me is mandatory. I have to have isolation. I have to have solitude. I have to withdraw or I just can't function. It's one of the ways that an empath functions in the world is by withdrawing from the world. And then last but not least, it's super important to meditate. Yes, So for me, I like to make meditation easy because I used to think meditation, oh no, like I don't know how to do that stuff. Meditation is just a matter of taking your mind off of your worries and relaxing your thoughts. So one of the things I love to do is digital coloring on my iPad. And to me, that's a form of meditation and relaxation. It allows me to receive downloads from my guidance, and I'm feeling like light language right now. I receive light language, downloads, intuitive hits, all kinds of heart-based information for me when I'm coloring. So it's a really good excuse to color, because like today, when I was getting a message when I was coloring, I colored more. I colored more deeply because I knew I was getting that message. The message was, make a video. You have an important message to share. We want you to talk about the care and feeding of empaths. And so when I was like, okay, well, let me do my makeup as I was putting on my mascara. And I was like, yes, the care and feeding of empaths. And it just all laid out in front of me of what I needed to say. And I've said so much more than I thought I'd be able to say. Because when you show up for your life's purpose, your life's purpose shows up for you. It won't let you down. Your guidance won't let you down. It will be there for you. One of the ways that my guides talk to me, the collective angels, the group of angels that I channel, is they love when I am live on the air, when I'm doing a video, and then they come in through my left ear and they talk to me. Now, this has been going on since 2020, but if I think back, I know that they were doing that in 2000 and as far back as 1995, and probably further back even then. So the way that I am coping with the challenges that we have today is meditation. I can't function without it. I have to have 8 hours of sleep. I have to have good food and excellent hydration. And I have to have solitude. But I also have to meditate, or I just can't function. I can't think. I get overwhelmed. I get depressed. I get sad. I get crazy. It's like it just goes craziness in my life. So I have to meditate, and I've made it super simple. So let's just do this now. Let's just do it before we leave. We'll do a simple meditation. I just sit quietly, close my eyes. You don't have to put your hands in a particular, you don't have to do that. You don't have to be like, you don't have to, but it's good. Now I know why people do that, because when you hum, you send this vibration through your entire body and your organs perk up and go, ooh, the love frequency? Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that. So say, I love you. Say, I am love. Say, I am love. I send love. I am love. I am, or just say I am. Very important to do that. So just sit quietly, close your eyes or don't close your eyes, and just breathe. We're just going to do this together now. In through your nose, out through your mouth. In through your nose, out through your mouth. One more time, in through your nose, out through your mouth. And now just breathe normally. Whew. Imagine 12 angels dressed in white, forming a circle around you, facing outward, holding flaming swords, each of them holding flaming swords and mirrored shields. You are in the center of this circle, and you are anchored into the core of the earth. Your light is cloaked, and the angels surround you. And you receive God's golden white light from your crown chakra. Golden white light coming through you like a pillar of white light, slowly flowing over you, coming into your heart and your heart chakra, your heart space. As you inhale love and exhale gratitude. Inhale love, exhale gratitude. One more time. Inhale love, exhale gratitude. And then in addition, you receive Archangel Raphael's emerald green light to heal you and encircle you with love. And we now invoke the blue light of Archangel Michael and place you in this bubble of protection and safety. Surround your body and your home and your loved ones and the city you live in and the state and the country and the continent and this earth in this blue light from Archangel Michael of protection. And then we wrap the earth in sheets of rainbow light and pink sparkly light of love, sending love and peace and joy and happiness to every person on the earth and in the universe. We send peace and love to the universe. Pink light, green light, all the chakra colors, purple light. As we inhale love, exhale gratitude. And bring your hands to the prayer position in the front and have your thumbs touch your heart. And I send you so much love and light. Let it be so, and so it is. Namaste. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I love you. I send you so much love. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. And I'll see you next time. Bye for now.